Hello YouTube, it's Unger to the Max here. So, Red Sox, Yankees, Canadians, Bruins, Bears, Packers, Maple Leafs, Bruins, Flyers, Penguins, Ravens, Steelers. The list goes on and on and on. Manchester United against Manchester City. The Celtics, Lakers. The list goes on and on and on. Although it does seem like Boston is at the center of many rivalries. But that's a different video for a different day. Anyway. So, a lot of the rivalries I've just mentioned go back to the 80s, the 70s, maybe even the 60s. Okay? So, and they still have fire burning underneath them to keep them going. There's still fuel leading to the fire, which keeps the rivalry going. So a lot of those are all long-term rivalries. But what about an example of a rivalry where it's just a snap of the fingers and it happens, and then another snap of the fingers and it's done? Or it's a blink and you'll miss it type thing. Those quick little rivalries where it's like, that just catch your attention and you're like, ooh, you know, that was a good rivalry for those 2 or 3 years that it lasted. And I want to talk about an example of that type of rivalry. The Texas Rangers and the Toronto Blue Jays. Oh boy, from 2015 to 2016, these two teams did not like each other. They met twice in the playoffs, with the Blue Jays winning both series, I should say. They swept the Rangers in 2016 when the Blue Jays were the wild card team after Edwin Encarnacion had hit a walk-off home run to beat the Baltimore Orioles in the wild card game. And Texas had the best record in the American League, so they had home field advantage. But Toronto said, nah, we don't give a shit, and they swept them. But then lost to the Indians in the American League Championship Series, and then the Indians promptly blew a 3-1 lead in the World Series and lost to the Cubs. Go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey Chicago, what do you say? Cubs are gonna win today. Sorry, had to do that. Anyway, back to Rangers Blue Jays. So, in 2015 is where this brief rivalry began. Alright? No team had won at home up until Game 5. Games 1 and 2 were in Toronto, but Texas won both games. Games 3 and 4 were at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington, but the Blue Jays won both games, which set up Game 5. And Game 5 was, one of the best games I have ever seen. And that is where this rivalry really began. Okay, it all really played out in that 7th inning, okay? So, Texas is batting. Shin-Soo Choo is up. And the Rangers have a runner on third. I think it was Cole Hamels, okay? He throws a pitch, and I believe it was Chirinos who was the catcher. Don't quote me on that. He catches it, and Choo sticks his bat out while he's fixing his glove, and when the Rangers catcher throws it back, tries to throw it back to Hamels, the pitcher, the ball bounces off of Choo's bat, which allowed the runner from third base to score. And the Blue Jays were not happy about that. They're like, wait, why is the runner allowed to score? And, the play went under review, and I think the Blue Jays even tried to protest it. And the fans in Toronto were just throwing garbage out onto the field, which is never a good thing. But eventually the umpires reviewed it, and said, yes, the run can score. Okay, so that got the Blue Jays' blood boiling a little bit. But then, all hell broke loose in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Rangers, I believe, had the lead. They were up 3-2. And because of that weird, bizarre play in the top of the inning. So now we go to the bottom of the 7th. Rangers commit several errors, which should, if Texas had completed those plays, none of this happens. But they committed errors, like Elvis Andrus dropped a ball that should have been out number 3. But he didn't. So that gave the Blue Jays, I believe it was runners on the corners, and Joey Bats came up, Jose Bautista. And he had been struggling for a majority of the series. But, as Harold Reynolds so eloquently put it, you can only play with fire for so long as Jose Bautista, I'm even going to demonstrate it, so let me just move this out of the way. Bautista, he swings, and not only does he admire the blast, he takes the bat and flips it like that. And you can imagine, this did not make the Rangers happy. And then, Rogers Center is going crazy. And later, I think Edwin Encarnacion hit a home run with Sam Dyson on the mound. And again, the fans in Toronto started throwing garbage onto the field. And you see Encarnacion kind of going like this, trying to get the players trying to get the fans to quit throwing stuff so the game could keep going. But I guess Sam Dyson didn't see it that way, so he got into it with Edwin Encarnacion. And, both benches emptied. Okay, so that kind of summarizes Game 5. Skip ahead to, I believe it was, let me double check, but I believe it was May 15th. Yes, there we go, May 15th, 2016. Last game of the season series between the Texas Rangers and Toronto Blue Jays, and this game was at Rangers Park in Arlington. It wasn't called Rangers Park. Actually, it's called Globe Life Park. Excuse me, but it's still in Arlington, Texas. So, it was the bottom. There were some pitchers hitting, the other team's batters. Like, one of the Blue Jays pitchers hit Prince Fielder. But what really, the main thing from that game was, bottom of the 8th inning, I believe it was Donaldson. He hits a ground ball to the shortstop, Andrews. He throws it to Rougned Odor to start the double play. Jose Bautista slides into second hard. And Rougned Odor said, "Oh, you're really going to do that?" And just punches Bautista right in the face. It was awesome. I'm like, I watched the game on YouTube. I watched the whole play. I'm just like, this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Because, again, it's just one of those 2-year windows where you get a great rivalry between two teams that don't like each other. I love it when that happens. Now, the rivalries kind of died down since then, but oh my God. Rangers Blue Jays was wow. I'm kind of lost for words because it was just such a fun, brief 2-year rivalry. Like from the Jose Bautista bat flip to Rougned Odor punching Jose Bautista in the bottom of the 8th inning as retribution almost. Wow. it was fun. It really was. So I would say baseball rivalries are the second best rivalry behind hockey rivalries. Football rivalries I would put third, and basketball rivalries I would put last. So that's going to do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, punch that like button like a UFC fighter and punch that subscribe button. And click that bell so you'll get notifications for when I upload new videos. Until next time, this is Unger to the Max signing off with a salute to you.